okay, the 2017 remake of It. Wow. Wow. This shows that if you have kid actors and they are good, solid kid actors, they actually can emote well and they bring you into the story. Perfect. It's also great to have an 80s setting. For some strange reason, I think that we're seeing that, the kind of Stranger Things, something like that, you see that that's a time frame that's being used. So I think there's still enough of an innocence, and there's enough where, a kid goes to the library to look up stuff. No one just searches the internet. There's a much more sense of discovery to it. Information travels a lot slower. So there's more word of mouth. There's more of that rumor mill that's not fake news and Twitter feeds. And the kids do such a great job of this. I will say that they do kind of diminish the roles of certain people. And I think that's more because this film is 2 hours long. And a 2 hour long film that's predominantly a coming of age tale with a tremendous horror aspect to it. They probably went, we can do 2.5 hour film. They probably went, 2.5 hours is a long time for a horror film. So you can tell they had to trim some stuff here and there. I think it's Salsgard, or Skalsgard. Probably butchered his name, sorry. That's Pennywise. Very good. With the Tim Curry interpretation, it's a really bright, vibrant makeup. With this one, the line work across the eyes going around the mouth, and the fact he doesn't look straight at the camera. And he does. He slowly tips his head down. Ever so slightly. So when you see him, it's not a... It's a... So it creates a natural shadow with the eyes. So the eyes look just naturally darker. Fantastic. They use some CGI, but they use it in the right moments. So when you're fighting a being, it is the great way to describe it. When you're fighting it, and it's this weird supernatural creature that looks at the fears and the phobias and the little eccentricities of characters, which I'm glad they spend the time to go, here's what they're afraid of. Oh, we're going to actually build on to their fears. So when you see the interpretations of Pennywise, and it's, why is it that? They put enough into, they are scared of this because. Good. Don't just be like, it's some sort of weird, okay, I get it. That's because earlier in the film, this thing happened, or he discussed this thing happened when they became a group of friends. The seven of them work well together. One thing that I found even more troubling is the kids aren't just terrorized by it. There's also a bully. A bully that, since I'm seeing this, shortly after the time of Parkland, is even more frightening because you kind of go, there's someone who was really close to that, who did some really bad things. Especially the scene where there's messages of kill them all, and it's discussing killing a bunch of kids, and you're like, bit on the nose. But if you haven't seen this film, this is so worth getting on Netflix. The way it is shot, the obtuse camera angles, you can tell it was the guy who did Mama. Because there's some shots where you can tell the camera's not straight. It's just slightly askew, so everything just feels thrown off. So when they're walking into frame, they're not walking straight, they're walking just at an obtuse angle to just play with your mind in just the right amount. Oh man. This again goes back to, I would love to see someone do a remake of the Cabinet of Dr. Caligari. It's a Caligula, it's Caligari this time. Wow, so well done. I love that when they end it with it. Chapter 1. I'm like, so you don't need to sit through credits and then do here's another part. Just end it with it. And that lovely scratched out, I carved it into your body sort of look, and then the slow crawl of chapter 1. And I was like, you know what? I might need to see part 2 in theaters. It was great seeing it, at home, because I could watch it in portions. Of course, my version from Netflix started getting choppy for like the last hour, so I had to watch the last 50 minutes or so in my living room with the sound down really, to not freak out my wife, who can't stand anything horror related. But man, so good. And the actors they got to play the kids, that is some ridiculously solid acting. I'm looking forward to see where they do for the next movie, as well as to see where those kids go next in their career. So well acted.